Cartoonists are visual storytellers. The stories they create can differ between entertainment, educationment, and advertisement. Some cartoonists create the idea or story, and others might help with the captions, but most cartoonists develop and draw their cartoons by themselves. These artists may use pens and inks, markers, paints and brushes, basically anything from Artist Emporium. If traditional art isn't your style, fret no more, because some people do the art things on digital devices, either to create or enhance their work. Cartoons can be in color or in black and white, or a mixture of the two. Really, anything is possible with a little imagination and creativity. Many cartoonists find themselves drawn to a particular style, like how comic book artists create comic books and graphic artists create graphic novels. Graphic artists have tasks that are similar to comic book artists, but they create longer and more involved stories. Think of it like a regular novel, only there's like pictures and stuff rather than a bunch of boring words. Cartoonists either work at home or in an office, like a design studio or something. Fear not, nerds, for there are no major physical challenges you need to face if you want to be a cartoonist. You may suffer eye or neck strain, though, since you'll be spending long hours at a drawing board or computer. But hey, at least it's not nearly as bad as the physical and emotional exertion of gym class. Although you do need to be creative. That's probably the most demanding aspect of the job. You will need to have a big imagination because you will need to come up with some new stuff on a daily basis. So come on guys, let's get creative. What's your favorite idea? Mine is being creative. How do you get the idea? You just have to think creatively. Cartoonists may work full-time for advertising agencies and production companies. They work 40 hours a week, which is like 8 hours a day or something like that. I don't know. I'm an artist. Do I look like a mathematician? Sometimes, however, they might work overtime to meet deadlines. Or if they're a workaholic, then they might just bring a bed and live there. Like how when I was a kid, I used to think that teachers lived at school. I mean, if you're self-employed, you could basically say that you live at work, which does sound a lot cooler than saying you work at home. Also, if you are self-employed, you can set your own hours. When you first start out, though, you might have to work a little more to help build up a good reputation. A good reputation is important, because if you're a well-known cartoonist, you can earn more than $70,000 a year. Cartoonists who get an annual salary make between $25,000 and $70,000 a year, although the average earning is about $39,400. Most cartoonists are paid for each cartoon, which is usually around $25, but they can also charge hourly rates too. The cartoonists who self-publish their cartoons' incomes kind of depend on the number of issues sold. Like a real estate agent. Cartoonists are actually real estate agents. It's a fact. People who draw comic books for publishers are often commissioned for their work. Speaking of commissions, I'm thinking about starting to do those. So if you want a drawing done for you, hit me up. I'll probably only charge like $5 for it, since I'm not a very well-known or extremely good artist. Yet. Also, yes, this is a pile of coins. I know, I look cool in it. It's important to have a good portfolio. A portfolio is something where you keep all your best artwork to show to potential future employers. There are certain skills you need to put together a good portfolio, and you can acquire these skills by finding programs at art and design schools. These programs usually last from a few months to a few years. A lot of these programs also offer internships that give you some important opportunities to help you better develop your portfolio. Besides illustration and graphic arts, Art and design schools can also teach you different computer design techniques that can be very useful if you ever find yourself wanting to get a job in design and animation. If working at a studio or an office job isn't your thing, and you plan on going solo as a freelancer, then you should probably take some business courses that will help you learn how to market yourself and teach you how to manage boring stuff like finances. Isn't that what being an adult is all about? Taxes, taxes, taxes. Is that how you adult? I don't know. I'm only like 15. So anyways, speaking about marketing yourself, I did all of this animation stuff by hand. So, just like putting it out there. After like high school and stuff, there are some courses you can take if you want to do this career thing, like illustration, animation and digital animation, fine art / studio art, drawing, graphic design, just design in general. Also, another thing, like, it doesn't say this in the fine print, but it's really important to have a lot of creativity and also to be self-motivated and driven and patient. Patience is a good thing. Like, do you know how long art takes? An art takes a long time, like, especially animation. And you also need to, like drawing and stuff. Because if you don't like drawing, then you're probably not going to enjoy this job that much, and that will show in your work. It's important to find something you're passionate about, because if you aren't passionate about what you do, your work isn't going to have that special spark to it that makes it special. Here are the important high school subjects you need to take, or you should take. I'm just gonna put it up on the screen. A lot of artists and cartoonists have some inspirations that have inspired them to pursue a career in arts. One form of cartoonism is animation, and I watch a lot of animation channels on YouTube. An animation channel that I really like is called Let Me Explain Studios. She takes her unfortunate and unpleasant experiences and puts a positive spin on it. I also really like how she never draws mouths and instead puts the focus on the emotion in the eyes. Another well-known cartoon is Calvin and Hobbes by Bill Watterson. A lot of people are familiar with the adventures of the young boy and his stuffed tiger. I would have included some photos, but whenever I tried to copy a photo of Calvin and Hobbes, the computer just shut down. I've tried 3 different computers, and they all did this. Clearly, the computers all had something against Calvin and Hobbes, but that's a conspiracy theory for another day. I think my work here is done. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a while since I made an art video. I guess I should have some sort of ending message or something. Don't eat yellow snow. What kind of a message is that? It's really important to focus your energy and time into something you're passionate about. Even if you're not good at it, just keep practicing. 'Cause hey, even Picasso started off with stick figures at some point. With enough perseverance, determination, passion, and patience, you can achieve anything. Also, if you're going to do art, remember to always have a portfolio. Portfolios are very important.